The University of Arizona Wildcats win this game 100 to the Fairleigh Dickinson Knights 50. Um, I made a bet with my wife that the Arizona Wildcats weren't going to score 100 points or more. I thought they were going to score 90 points. Um, I thought they were going to score less than 100 points, but when they knocked down that final three-pointer, when the Arizona Wildcats knocked down that final three-pointer, then my wife won again, and she's gloating again. But with 40 seconds to spare. Yep. So that was pretty cool. I was, I was kind of seeing Gabe York as he was vanished a little bit in the last game against San Diego State. But then he showed up real good in this game against against Fairleigh Dickinson Knights. Um, he The reason why I say he showed up is because he scored 4 out of 6. He made 4 out of 6 from three-point land, and that was pretty cool. They shot 52% from three-point land, and that is very very good because the average is your average is like 33% or somewhere around there from three-point land. So they did pretty nicely in that. And also, something that they are kind of struggling with, the Arizona Wildcats are kind of struggling with, is the free throws. They shot 61% from free throw land. Um, I guess the hardest part was Aaron Gordon. He made 4 out of 8 from free throw land. He had 10 points. There was 5 guys in with the no, actually there was 6 players with 10 points or more. Tarczewski had 10. They couldn't stop him. They couldn't. He blocked quite a few shots. Let me see how many blocks he had. He had 3 blocks. Um, and 1 steal. Wow. And he had 6 defensive rebounds and 2 offensive rebounds. I always put the highest mark on the offensive rebound. I think that offensive rebounds are really, really valuable. And so we had Brendan Ashley had 5 offensive rebounds. He was the Arizona Wildcat with the most offensive rebounds. But then you get Rhode Hollis-Jefferson with 4 offensive rebounds, and he was really cool because he just made some. He was on fire today. Rhode Hollis-Jefferson was on fire. He made some really nice shots. Some crazy shots, some shots that I didn't even expect. And my wife saw one of the shots, and she said that looked kind of like a loopy shot or something like that. It was a crazy shot, but it went in, and I don't know. Sometimes it's like she was also saying is sometimes it seems like no matter what they do, they're gonna make the shots are gonna go in. They could shoot the ball in the wrong direction, and still would make it in for points for the Arizona Wildcats. Um, he had Rondé Hollis-Jefferson had 7 rebounds altogether, so that was pretty nice. he he had 13 points, and Nick Johnson had 16 points. Um, Nick Johnson was very consistent. He did very nicely. He made 3 out of 4 from three-point land, and 3 out of 4 from free throws, and so he did pretty nicely. Uh, As far as another thing that is really, important to me is assists. And look at T.J. McConnell, man, 9 assists. That was really something spectacular. I mean, the first one, I think the first game he got, I think, 8 assists, and then the second game he got 6 assists, and I don't know how many assists he had against San Diego State. It might have been 6, or it might have been a little bit, it might have been 5. I don't remember, but still, it's really nice to get a strong point guard in there. And speaking of that, then I was thinking about whenever we had Solomon Hill last season, and then he got recruited to the NBA, and I think he's going to be a really nice player in the NBA. But whenever he lost, or whenever he left, then we lost. I think we lost a big hole. Arizona Wildcats. There was a big hole that was created, and because not only was he did a really nice, he did a lot of scoring, but he just had that veteran experience, and we have so many freshmen. Aaron Gordon is a freshman, but there was also Brendan Ashley is a sophomore, and Caleb Tarczewski is a sophomore, and Nick Johnson is a junior, and Rhode, Hollis-Jefferson is a freshman also. So we get all these young kids in there, and I didn't know if we were going to have the veteran experience anymore after Hill left, but I think T.J. McConnell, a very, very potent and strong point guard, is something that we just really needed, and it's really helpful because he just has T.J. McConnell is I think that he's going to be a junior this year, so maybe he can come back next year. But I think he will, unless he really does fantastic as far as making a bunch of points. He only scored 4 points tonight, but I think something that's much more valuable to him is the amount of assists. I mean, 9 assists. I think if you make more assists than you make points, then you're doing pretty good. Maybe that might be his logic, but I don't know. We had one guy in foul trouble. Brendan actually had 4 fouls, but that's a typical sophomore situation. So anyway, it's just nice to, like I said, it was just really nice to get T.J. McConnell, and to have him be a strong support, or a strong backing for this University of Arizona Wildcats basketball team. So the final score, the Arizona Wildcats win this game 100 to the Fairleigh Dickinson Knights, and their score was 50.